we can finally share what the big news is.
Right.
I wanted to share it a couple weeks ago, but some stuff came up, so it got pushed out, but we can now. So what it is we ended up buying a farm, and
I mean, technically you've seen it before because I
have done a little bit of recording here because we were renting some land last year from them, but
Carrie and Nick Atherton.
Yep. And so this farm, everyone local already really knows, but it's known as Arias Hill Farm or Thompson's Farm, one of the two. A lot of know it as both. So we will be milking here in the coming week or so. So we've been in the barn working a lot for the last month, and we were working in the sugar bush too. Well, we're here with Carrie Atherton. She was the previous owner of this farm, and she gave us the opportunity to purchase the farm now that they are leaving the state and moving on to other things.
Yep, to Kentucky.
Kentucky. You own the farm personally for?
Personally, well, I took over in 2014 and we signed the papers in 2020.
Okay. And she farmed along with her father
and my uncle.
And her uncle for how many years?
Oh dear.
Since
I got out of college in 2000.
So it was a long time, and there was personal reasons why you had to stop farming, not
got kicked in the head too many times.
Yeah, a couple health reasons, health comes over everything.
Yep.
And that is why. And we were renting the fields last year.
In the year,
a little bit the previous year we were renting.
So we've known Carrie for a couple of years now.
Yes, and we've got along great. I think so.
Yeah, it's been good.
So they offered it to us, and we jumped on the opportunity. It's hard not to. And I would like to say we are very appreciative of it.
And we're happy that you guys have taken over.
Yes, and
we were 7 generations, and you guys are 4 brothers.
Yes.
And you guys will do well here.
Yes. And she will still be able to see our farm, because I told her, I was like, now I will definitely show a lot more farm stuff, because it is a gorgeous operation here, and it's very well upkept. You guys did a great job on that. We had to put stuff back because you retrofitted it, but
we were taking it all out for goats.
For goats, but I will say the facility was in great condition. So you guys did a great job on that, and I would like to say thank you, and my whole family does too.
Yes.
And Henry apparently likes
the goats.
Me and goats.
You want to go see the goats?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was it, and I guess we'll cut to the rest of the video now.
And best of luck to you guys.
Thank you. Okay. We were working in the sugar bush, so that's why a lot of recording wasn't done there, because I wasn't ready to share over here back then in December. And then for the last couple of months, also, last month we haven't shared the barn yet because we just couldn't yet. But Champlain Dairy's been here all week. They've been working in the milking parlor a lot, getting everything up to date, since they haven't milked cows here in 2 to 3 years, I think. So it's been a little while.
You're here today to work on the alley scrapers as well. So.
Yep, so they're doing alley scrapers today, because the whole barn was, Carrie and Nick kind of retrofitted it for their goats and their Angus, so there was bed packs in here, and there were a lot of small caging in here.
Yep.
To make
that bin we put up yesterday. We got a second one to put up after we get it tomorrow. But we'll show you what we did inside.
Yeah, so there's a lot of work we've now done for the last month, and I can kind of walk through it because there's not a lot of people here right now, so it'll be easy. And well, I didn't want to show this part on camera, but Ferdy hit that rail yesterday, and I kind of can't hide it from the camera because it's on there now. But that'll get fixed tomorrow.
We'll get that fixed.
He hit it with the excavator for our rod we welded up to lift that grain bin. We're in the milk tank room right now. So one of the things we ended up doing is we had to buy a milk tank because that was not in here anymore. So we got a used one, still in great shape. We had to bring it in here. We had to make a new wall. So the tanks, how about, there'll be the door right there, and 2 tanks right here. Champlain Dairy is working on changing all the plumbing for the configuration for filling. They're putting the wash boxes in, and all that for these. This tank was still here, and this barn has a double 10. So that's what's here. Oh, that was not the light switch. But the double 10 here, we changed a lot of gaskets out here and basically all new hoses, just because it's sat so long, to make sure it's all good and new. Pulsators they just went through this week, and then Carrie has all her goats in here, the ones that just had their babies. There is a lot of goats, but they're cute. But these will be going with her to Kentucky. But that is how this looks. And then we just come up here to the main barn. So we still have to, but this alleyway got pressure washed yesterday and the day before to get these grooves all cleaned out, because there's bed pack everywhere and they were packed solid and it wasn't going to do its job. The water trough, I'll throw the little clip in on what we had to do here. Well, we're fixing stalls and the water leak. We were told the water was leaking by the water trough. Ferdy dug down there, found that, turned it on, was still leaking, and now he's about 2 feet down and he's underneath the alleyway, and he found a T that was cracked. We put a stainless steel fitting in. Why this happened, really don't know.
Oh, I know what happened. It was the shitty white poly
Fittings?
connectors.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah.
You need more?
They're
just brittle.
They get brittle after. They've been in here
20 years?
20 years?
Maybe. So they were just not good fittings, and with our luck, the one that's over at the last water trough will probably end up leaking within a couple of years.
We'll be doing it again.
Yeah, but at least, like, we don't know how any of this water line stuff is ran, so it's kind of confusing for us trying to find these problems, but this is kind of what we've been working on for the big projects. Once you get that done, we'll be able to turn the water on, and we should have all the water troughs fixed. But there was 2 leaks. A 90 was cracked down there, and there was a T cracked down there. Had to fix both those, and then we went through all 5 water troughs and tiled them, so that way they are easier to clean, shouldn't build as much algae or anything else, and it kind of looks better too. So these water troughs, there's 3 on this side. This is the feeding one for this side of the barn, and it is gravity filled for this one and the one in the back. So the float's gonna sit here. We gotta plumb it in and put the cover on. And once the water gets, this water trough's basically full, it'll start filling into this pipe. I'm not sure if this is exactly where Ferdy wants it, but I think that's where the old one was. So you gotta fix that because we broke it when we jackhammered down. It'll fill into there, and it'll gravity fill these 2 water troughs. And the same on that side, but there's just 2. There's 1 float, and it fills that one and the one that's down there. So this side is pressure washed. On the 2 far sides of the barn, this side and the other side, we replaced this bottom rail because it was just rotted out, and because there's no cows here, very easy to do. So we went through on this side and the other side of the barn, because there was no stalls over and that whole side. We changed those all out, and then we still have to pressure wash the 3 other alleyways. And then Champlain Dairy is here right now, and they're working on the alley scrapers. Zach and Damien are. So still gotta wash here. I got headlocks. We got Ferdy got them off Marketplace from a farm lower in Vermont. But for this pen right here, we got headlocks here, here, and here. These are 10-foot sections that we got, And then this last section here is 11 foot, and we had 6 10-foot sections and then a partial section. So we decided we'd weld on the partial section. So these 2 slots right here, we'll just put slant bars, and 2 cows just have slant bars, not the end of the world, but most of them we could lock up if we need to do any cow work. And then we put 4 in that side because that's just how many we got from that farm, and half that herd, not even half, only 40 feet out of 6, and the 40 feet will have headlocks, 60 will have the neck rail. This is another one of the water troughs. I think this one's loose. Yep, he just had it on, so nothing goes down there, but the water is right there. So it'll fill up, and we gotta finish washing it out. But when we were pressure washing, stuff flew up here, and we were letting the cement fully dry till we scrubbed it clean. That's got to get taken out. That was in here for the beef cows because the water was broken, so they just Carrie and Nick put a blue one in here to make sure the animals had water. But because we're going to be having this milking again, we wanted the water working to make it right. So there's just water right here because we had the pressure washer right here and we had a hose blow, so it flooded right here. We got to push it out with the scraper. These were the feeders for the goats that they had right here. I still have to put a neck rail right here, but this stuff's all going to be leaving today, so I'll have room. And this barn has rubber mats where the cows eat on both sides. So over here, this is a lot of work we've done in the last month. In this little pen, these 2 got replaced because there's a little pen right here. This pen and that big pen share this water trough. This was just a water for the goats that's coming out today, and then this caging can come off. It's getting close. And then all the neck rails got new bolts and put straight how we wanted them, and if we had to, we replaced some. But yep, that's how it's going. We did not replace the bottom bar on this little pen or that little pen because they just weren't rotted, but the others, like this, still has to come off. But this side where this big group is, the light's not doing it justice. This was just corroded and rotted and not doing good, so we put that all in new because it would have lasted a couple months, maybe a year or 2, but there's no cows here right now, so it just makes everything easy to do. None of our equipment got full of manure, and if we didn't finish it that day, it wasn't the end of the world. So we're happy we did it now. Ferdy's bringing in the alley scraper stuff for Damien and Zach. That way everything's where it's got to be. This skid steer came with this farm. It's a Bobcat S650, and basically any other machine that's on the farm came with it. But you guys will see that as the videos go on what's here. So a couple here had to get replaced because they were taken out, but everything's tight. There's not a single stall that didn't get looked at, basically. Right now we just have the water for the pressure washer plumbed into this water trough, just so that we could keep washing and have water source. Otherwise we'd have to get a bunch of hoses and come out from the milking parlor. But I really like the tile, makes it look good, and it should clean good. But we got 3 more alleyways to get washed and a lot more stuff to clean up, but in the last month it's came a long way. Yesterday we got that grain bin up like we were saying, and then because of the bed pack, these slots were plugged with straw and stuff, so we came with the Peterbilt and flushed them down, and that's all good. This is the backwater trough.
I think we'll need some more wood, Andreas.
Yep. So we got Damien and Zach here. This is their YouTube premiere. But they're putting the alley scrapers in. 1 day job, right?
1 day.
1 day. I think most of the stuff they're reusing, but 2 corner wheels you have to replace.
2 corner wheels and cables.
And the cables they're putting in new. That way it should last for a long time.
And maybe we'll see about the sleds if we have to
Rebuild anything on them. But that'll be taken care of. This is from Ferdy pressure washing this out for them, so they had a cleaner job, environment to work in.
We like it. No cows, no manure.
It's almost an easy one. But yeah, so I think I walked through most of the stuff we've done here now. And what's going on.
Yep.
So they're working on putting the cables in. It's running all new cables. And they got a bunch done. Putting these neck rail bars in for this section. Kyle's been cutting gates. All the cage stuff. And he's got a bunch more to do over there. And then that's how it's going right now. Yeah. You guys got all the cable ran, or you still have one more to run out?
We got 2 more. 2 more cables.
Okay. You got Damien here. He's working in the dark corner. So it looks like Zach and Damien are getting close to done, right?
Yep.
Close.
We're gonna put tension on it and then start it, and we'll have to put 1 cable. Got your safety squints on? Yeah.
Don't worry, I have people, they'll comment about that.
I believe it.
I mean, I understand the reasoning, but
For what?
eye protection.
Yes.
They're not wrong, I'm not saying that, but they will.
Bullshit here. This is all agriculture.
So they're almost all done. Almost.
You can hardly see my hole now already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
You wouldn't even know it's here.
No.
The T is right here though.
There's a water here because
I
the
didn't
pressure
want-
washer was leaking.
Didn't
That's
wanna
all.
Rip that up, so.
This one is the first one. It was done a day before the rest, so this one's dried.
Right, it's not bad.
But
Hey,
Kyle's in the skid steer. We had to put the needle pressure washer hose on, like with a kind of just to blow through this pipe because it was plugged for the cable, and then we put the pressure washer handle back on. He was picking up Tyler for washing the doors and stuff, and they're gonna finish these up so that they're shiny again. Well, right now we are gonna put the auger on this bin. We put it up yesterday. I don't remember if I talked about that in today's video yet, but it's a 28 to 28 and a half 30-ton bin. 30-ton bin. Very tall, way taller and heavier than we were expecting.
Yeah, it was a cluster. We'll show you the demolition we did on. I had to change a ring on the bottom because it went up harder than we thought it was gonna. So
Yes, most people use a crane.
we did not.
We like to save money,
Yes,
and honestly, we technically did because the ring only costed us.
$130.
So, compared to a crane,
We did save money.
even if we break both rings,
We did get stressed though.
the stress level was incredibly high. This is heavy. I tried lifting it by myself. All right, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just had this set in there, and then we got it into place nice and straight, and we don't have grain bins. We have one at the heifer barn, but we're not grain bin people.
Yeah.
And we got it all set. Then we noticed this auger was about 3 feet lower than that one.
Yeah, so
And I know the old ones used to sit the same, and we called the company that we get it from.
the angle's different.
Yeah, so there's an adapter plate right there. On that one, it's an extra 45 degree.
Well, it's 15 extra degrees.
Well, it makes it 45
Yes.
degrees, I guess. And we gotta put one of those on here too. so that way we can get the pitch we need. This is a used bin, it's not new, so that's why there's dents.
I think every grain bin has dents.
Yeah, but it's not new.
It comes factory like that.
Basically, everybody finds the rubber mallet for these suckers. Anyways, so yeah, this project has now been put on a standstill, but that's how it goes. We are closing in on getting this done. It is bright right now on the camera, yeah. But I guess I haven't been recording much today on everything that we're doing just because it's back and forth. But Kyle is now washing right now.
They're tightening the last cable up right there.
Yeah, so, and one day, they came yesterday to see exactly what they needed, and then they had a different job to go to. Kyle's all excited to pressure wash. But they came yesterday to see what they needed, then they had a different job to go to. And today they came, and in one day they literally came in, placed all the scrapers, all new blades. Yeah. So they did a good job.
Well, they're the old scrapers, but...
Yeah, it's not nothing new. We put the old ones back in, but like all new cables so it lasts a long time.
2 new corner rollers, there's 2 that were old, but...
Yep, but...
Keep the cables tight, we learned that today.
Yes. But I think they're adjusting the last one right now. And it should be good. They ran it once. And we'll have to do a little bit of cleaning out underneath the rubber right here. We saw once it ran, and then we didn't even notice at first that there was crap under it, but we'll get that cleaned out. That's why we're pressure washing and stuff. But it's coming along. But right now, Ferdy and me are gonna bend this neck rail straight. I had to do it on the section up there that I did, bent one of them straight. We'll do that right there. The sun's so bright you can't see anything. Right here. So we'll bend that with a skid steer and then we'll get it put on. Ferdy and me are gonna pull this water trough out. This will have to go back over to the heifer barn section. I got the lags unscrewed. He just grabbed the impact. He just took Henry with him, but we're gonna open this up, get the water stuff. Actually, no, I don't have to open that up. I found out right here that there's a banjo connection. So we'll get these roofing screws off. I will make sure the heat tape is disconnected, so actually I will open it because I don't want to cut that because that's brand new heat tape. And then, yes, so I do have to open it. They are running the alley scrapers right now to make sure everything is timed correctly and working how we want it. This side is fully pressure washed. The grooves are all opened back up. And yeah. They put 2 new corner wheels on. And what do you guys think?
I think it's going to make you a nice facility.
Thank you. So we're going to showcase a little bit what Kyle's doing here. He's got these grooves. That's finger deep now. These are 1/4-inch grooves at least. And then over here, you can't even get into them at all. So Kyle's putting in the work.
We'll get it cleaned.
Well, we got that water trough removed now. I do got to take the water lines out and stuff because that's just places for birds to sit. So we're gonna get that taken out in the next couple days. And then you can see Zach, he is greasing up the last of the alley scrapers, and that job is also done. So that came out good one day, and they finished it. But I'll fire up this pressure washer for you. And our hole, he already even grooved it manually.
Huh?
He manually grooved it.
Oh, you all did that?
Yeah, well, we had the water trough leak.
Well, anyways.
Okay, well, we're gonna end the video for today. That, as you can see, is the big news that we've been holding off now for months. But I was finally able to share it. It's a big deal. And it's exciting. And you guys will see a lot more to come now. You gotta weld that back on. I see that. But it's a big change coming for us. So thanks for watching. And stay tuned for a lot more to come.